Hi everyone, thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we're going to do a reading on when will I meet my soulmate or partner or my next love, what have you. I'm going to use a special deck, and this deck is called the Quest Tarot, and it actually could calculate the actual time. And how you will have to, I actually did a flip through of this deck, so you can watch the other video if you're interested in this deck. But this deck is like super powerful. It have like a ton of information on just one single card, so it's really cool. So so we're gonna do that, and since I only have one deck of this deck, and so I will have to reshuffle for each pile. And because I was originally thinking of shuffling and like pre-pick 10 cards, because it needs to be a Celtic cross reading. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a different kind of reading this today. That's a different spread, a kind of spread that I usually do. So for each pile is going to pick out 10 cards, and so I don't want to, because if I pick out 10 cards for this one and then I pick out another pre-shuffle, another 10, it's missing the other 10 cards, and then pile number 3 actually misses the other 20 cards, and I really think that's not fair. So I am actually going to do shuffling on screen, on camera, so that you actually could see all of that, that I pick out the cards in front of you, right? And that you could just feel like it's like, and you're doing a reading right in front of you at the time. I know some people don't like having it shuffling on screen because it just takes too long, but then I do have other audiences that tell me it's great having watching shuffling on screen because it feels like having a personal reading. So if you don't want to watch the shuffling, just scroll right ahead, and so you can skip it. But for people who like to watch the shuffling, then you could watch the shuffling. All right. So I pre-picked 3 cards, significant. Oh my goodness, significant card, significators. For the spread, so then you get like the overall message of your pile. But then we will do the 10 cards. Picking it out real time, I guess. Real time, right? So there's pile 1, 2, and 3. I don't want to do too many piles because it's a 10 card spread, so it's going to take a while to read. And also I have to calculate the time frame, if there is a time frame present in the spread. So yeah, just take your pick and let me know how it resonates with you, and leave in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right. So also I upload my videos on Friday and Saturdays, and today I just feel like it's a good day to do this spread. Today it's Sunday, June 30th, the last day of June, and it's half a year gone of 2019. It's just crazy. And usually my reading is timeless, but since we are doing a time reading based on the current time right now, I kind of want to say it's going to be a time, so it is going to be a timed reading, but perhaps if there is going to be a time frame present in the spread, I guess it will be from whichever time that you see this video. And so if it's going, because right now it's June, so for example, if there is a time frame present, we will go from, say for example, if there is a time frame present, and say it's going to be April, and so it will be next April, right? And then, but if you're watching this video, say next April, and then the time frame is April, so it's going to be a year from April when you see that. So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I still want to make this reading timeless, so that whenever you see this, it will be that energy that you're current in. That's why, you know, you come across this video. And so that, you know, whatever time that I'm presenting right now, it will be from the time that you see this video and into the future. Okay? Hope that makes sense. If not, then you can comment below and we'll figure that out. Or just send me an email and then we'll do a personal reading or whatever, right? So yeah, so this is why I'm doing a little like a special reading because it's the half a year, I guess, thing for 2019. All right, so I hope I talked long enough. You already made your pick, and let's go ahead to pile number 1. All right, so let me move these. So I am going to shuffle on screen for pile number 1. Okay, so for pile number 1, people, when will they meet their soulmate or partner, their next life? When will they meet their next soulmate or partner? So I probably should have mentioned that it's for singles, because we're going to do a time frame, and if you're already with someone, you probably want to ask a different type of question, like when will our relationship go to the next level, or you know, that type of thing. So if there are enough people watching this and they're not single and they want to know a time frame, see if there is a time frame for their question, such as when will I find a next job, when will my relationship with this current person go to the next level, you know, that kind of thing. So then if I have enough people requesting it, I will do a separate reading for that. Okay, so this one I wanted to maybe just do it for the singles. Okay, sorry, I talked while I shuffle. I'm just gonna. All right, so here are 10 cards. So here's our 10 cards, and I will so here's the first card. It's a 5 of Cups. The second card is Mother of Stones, and the second card actually lies across like this, so it doesn't matter if it came out reversed, it's going to be read upright, but the first one is reversed. Okay, the second one. The third one is Aeon. The fourth one is Six of Cups. Fifth is Four of Cups. And then Seven of Swords, it's a 6. Five of Wands is the 7th card. Strength. Three of Stones, that's the 9th card. And then the Sun of Swords in the 4th, in the last position. Okay. So unfortunately for pile number 1, people, you don't have a timeline present. So within the next year or so, because usually this spread will go as far as 1 month, 1 year from now, right? So so within the next year or so, there isn't a timeline present, or this is still up in the air. So don't take it like pessimistically because there's no timeline present. Maybe it's going to happen super fast. That's why it's not going to happen. It's not presenting a timeline for you. Or that perhaps it's going to take a little, just slightly longer than a year. And since it's going up just up to a year, so then, you know, that's why it's not showing, presenting you a timeline. So, you know, within the next 6 months or so, you know, by December 31st or something, I'll do this timeline type of read. So then, you know, by that time we could see if your energy changed or anything. All right. So for pile number 1, people, you don't have a timeline present at this moment when you will meet this next love of yours. Okay. So first of all, I want to point out is that you also have a lot of cups and swords energy. So a lot of emotions and mental thinking, that type of thing. So I think your current energy is your like, and all the cups, most of the cups are reversed. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes some of the bad, like 5 of Cups being reversed, it's actually a good thing, I think. But I think right now your current energy might be overwhelmed with emotions, and you're up in your head a lot, possibly, and that might be also why that you know that might be also why that you don't have a timeline present at the moment. Okay, so then let's just start with each of the cards and then we'll go through them one by one. All right, so for Celtic spread and for this particular deck, the first card is what is the seeker bringing to the reading, and it's a 5 of Cups. So right now I think you're probably watching this video because you want to get out of this energy and you want to move forward. And so I think 5 of Cups, that usually in the traditional deck you actually have one person looking at like 2 cups standing up and then ignoring the 3 cups behind them, or looking at the 3 cups that are being spilled and then ignoring the 2 cups behind him that is full. And so being reversed is actually, you are starting to notice that that you know you don't want to be always in this regret energy. And look at this one is disappointment. So you're getting out of this disappointment, you're seeing things on the brighter side now. Okay, so and I think that you are getting out of that you know, I should have done this, should have done that type of energy, and you're looking to make changes. Okay, and so I feel like that is the energy for pile number 1, people, that you are looking for something that you can do to change your energy. Okay, and so for number 2 is what is crossing the seeker, right? Because it's crossing, and then it's the Mother of Stones. Okay, so stones for this deck is the Pentacles, and look at this person in the middle is like you know, meditating, and then with like coins falling down her head. Okay, and then like she's surrounded, like protected by all these little, like, I don't know, thingies, I guess, like stones or like her thoughts or whatever. So So I think you're going to be showered with abundance, and you're going to realize that it kind of goes in with this. You're going to realize like you're starting to see that and appreciate all of the things like happening to you, and you're gonna have like all these abundance coming your way because you are actually going to see the brighter side of things finally. And you know, when you change your energy, things, how you see things changes, right? And so you're starting to see that that there's going to, like, you're maybe before, when you're in this negative energy, you always think people are out to get you, but now you're changing, you're stepping out of that. You see like, oh, there are cups that are full, that so you're seeing how, oh, this person treat you badly, and you're like, maybe that's for a reason, and there's something to learn about that. So like you kind of switch, even if it's like a negative things happening to you, you see the good side of it. Okay, so I feel like that is what's coming, and that's the energy that you're bringing into this reading. Okay, so, and then the third card is about the influences in the distant past. Okay, so I would say maybe like even up to a year ago. Okay, so what you were like, maybe up from 6 months to a year from now, in the past. Okay, so like 6 months ago up to like maybe a year ago, like what your energy were like, is that you refuse to change. Because this card is in the original decks, usual or Rider-Waite deck, it's the Judgment card. Okay, and in this deck it's called Aeon, or it's like a rebirth. Okay, so having it being reversed is like you're like, this is your past energy. Okay, so you were refusing to change, and you didn't want to have let go of like this old habits or old things, or this old lover, old ex, or just old ways of doing things, view things, which kind of correspond to like the first card as well. Like you were in this regretful energy, disappointing energy, like this pessimistic energy before, and like you refuse to change, but now you're finally reversing that energy, and you're seeing things from a different perspective and becoming more grateful, more appreciative. And yeah, so abundance is coming your way. So then now the fourth card is about the strong influence from the recent past. So recent past, I would say like, you know, maybe like 3 months ago up to like maybe 6 months ago, what you were feeling, and you know, the energies. And that was a 6 of Cups. Okay, and it's happiness. If it's upright, it's happiness, harmony. And Rider-Waite deck, it's like this a bigger person with a little cup, handing it over to like a younger person. It's about soulmate, you know, that kind of things, or like childhood playmates. So recent past, so 3 months ago up to maybe 6 months ago, you were refusing to feel happy. You want to stay indulged, like maybe you're like trying to like you think yourself as like a victim, right? And you think everybody's, again, like out to get you, everybody's hurting you for like on purpose, and I think you feel comfortable about that because maybe, you know, sometimes we would like to do that. We're like, oh my God, poor me, right? So that people would like sympathize us, and then and we get praised, as, you know, like, because you'll say like something like, oh, I'm not worth it, or I'll never find love, or I'm just horrible, I'm fat even, you know, or I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, I'm too whatever, I'm not smart enough, I'm too smart, you know, just like saying negative things about like good traits of yourself, so that people would say like, oh, no, you're not that. You're kind of like fishing for compliments to feel better about yourself, right? But you like to stay in that negative energy because you want to kind of just indulge in that kind of energy. Then that's from like, you know, recent past 3 to 6 months ago. So that's how you were feeling, and which kind of like goes along with this too, right? Like you resist to change, you want to stay in this like horrible negative energy, right? And then so for this is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth card is the current energies and effects in play, which is the Four of Cups. And this is called this in this deck is called mixed emotions, but it's reversed. In the Rider-Waite card, if you are familiar with it, is a person sitting under a tree with like a cup extended out of a cloud. But then he's like up in his head looking at these 3 cups and then thinking, you know, that he could get something better would come along, right? Again, not happy with what they have, I'm talking about the Rider-Waite card right? That he's not happy with what he has right now, and he thinks like something better is always going to be like coming. Whereas in this deck, or right now, you got the Four of Cups reversed. So you're finally seeing, again, I think it goes along with this, that you're finally seeing the cups that extending out to you, that is trying to give you support and help, right? So the current energy, so it kind of corresponds with this. Abundance is coming your way because you're becoming more appreciative. You becoming more, I guess maybe even more spiritual, right? That you think, oh, maybe these bad things happen for a reason because it makes me who I am now, and I am a much better person than I was maybe a year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, right? So I'm more mature, and I can see things differently, do things differently, and then people want to come and help you, and you see that people are not there to get you, but to help you, support you, to provide abundance for you. And so for love wise, you're seeing that people are trying, maybe you're starting to get people that see you like as a different person and want to hook you up with you know, their friends or whatever, right? So I think that is what's coming. So and also maybe you were so indulged in yourself before that you don't actually see the guys around you too, right? And now you're starting to see like, oh my gosh, I'm like surrounded by awesome guys that could be a potential partner. Whereas before you don't realize that, right? So yes. Okay, so let's see. The sixth card is the near future, which is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, usually in the Rider-Waite card, is about this person stealing, right? I think it's like hovering over like swords, and then he's dropping like swords on the ground, right? But I also feel, but in this particular deck, look at this. It's about uselessness, but I actually think like for Seven of Swords, look at all these like symbols over here. I think you're ready to make a change, okay? You are ready to fight your way through and seeing clearly who are the bad guys, who are the good guys, or who is not there for your greater good, and who are there to help support and build you up. And you can see it now, and then you want to fight your way out of like these old negative energies and then bring in new energy. See, look at this. This is the horizon coming in, right? You're trying to get out of like these dark past, and you're walking towards these brighter energy, right? And then there's the moon over here on the side, that you're trusting your intuition a lot more. And so like you do what you feel is good, is right, and then you're willing to walk out of the darkness now. You're walking towards the brighter future, okay? And so then now one, two. Oh my God, I'm losing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 7th card is the 5 of Wands. Again, it's in the traditional deck is also like a fighting card, like people taking wands and fighting each other. And but this is reversed. And in this spread, the 7th card is representing you. And it's like you or the attitude that you're holding at the moment. Okay, so you, again, like I was saying, you're ready to fight, to walk into the bright side, right, into the light. You're seeing things clearly. So 5 of Wands, again, I think like you're starting to see things. You start to because this is more mentally. Because Swords is about like thoughts and thinking. Wands is about action, right? So I think you're ready to walk towards, like, you're ready. You're ready to, you know, walk into this light and stuff like that. And also this is what the 7, right? 7 is about spirituality. So you're ready. I think you're ready to take on a new challenge in your life now. And then the 5 of Wands again is like fighting. Your action also matches with your thinking, that you're ready to fight for things you believe should be yours. Okay, so that could be, you know, love as well. Like if there is somebody that you think you want to be with, you are ready. You are no longer thinking I'm not good enough for this person. You think, gosh, I am the best person. If this person does not go if this person does not stay with me or, you know, pursue me, that's his loss, right? You don't think it's like something wrong with you. You think it's them, that they're not good enough for you now, right? And if you think this person is worth it, you will fight for him, right? And people will come and help you. You will see like people will come and help you get that person that you want. All right, so the 8th card is the Strength in reverse, and this is about the outside influence surrounding you. And strength is all about confidence, and so when it's reversed, it's about weaknesses. So at the surrounding energy, so for pile number 1, the audience, that, you know, you're the seeker, that right now you're feeling these like there is still these negative energy surrounding you just a little bit, almost like testing you, okay, to see if you're really ready or not. And so you're still going to get a little some people that are not trying to build you up, trying to put you down and make you go back to your old way of doing things, old way of thinking things. And but I think, so just be slightly careful of that, because that is the energy that you might be still surrounded with. Sorry, my daughters. The neighbors. Okay, so there's still going to be a little bit of that negativity around you, and you're just gonna have to see that and beware of that, and then maybe get out of that, or say something about like, hey, you know, I don't appreciate you saying that about me or about my whatever. But it's also good to be a little bit cautious, right? Sometimes a new person entering your life, you don't really know that person yet. You don't know if what their real intentions are. So having a little bit of like people who are a little bit negative, just to make you be careful of things to come, might be a good thing too. Okay, so but don't make it too personal about you, so that you go back to the old way of doing things or acting, because you're coming out of like into a really great energy right now. And the number 9th card is your hope and fear. And this is a great card, 3 of Stones. It's about work. It's about working together. It's about artistic endeavors. It's about working as a team. Again, like what we were saying before, you are seeing now that people want to build you up, want to help you. And so people are going to come and help you with what you are seeking. In this case, your love life, right? You are coming out of your shell. You maybe are telling people like, hey, hook me up with people that you think these are the things I'm looking for a person. Like, if you have anybody that you think is great for me, like, yeah, like, let's go out and have fun, right? Do something together, have whatever, 3 is always about working together, about having fun together, celebration, right? Besides the 3 of Swords. But, so I think people are going to come and help you now. And maybe through your artistic ability or doing something like artsy and working together with other people on an art project or some kind of things that fulfills that art imagination type of feeling, or I don't know, just something artsy, okay? Maybe that's a way of you meeting this next person that you want to attract, right? That's a way of, I think you might meet this next person through work, because it's your hope and fear, right? And this is a positive card, so it's more like a hope. I think through working with this person, you might build this foundation, this love attraction with this person. Maybe you guys work super well together, right? And then you have other coworkers who know this person and will kind of hey, why don't you guys just do this on your own, right? And then you guys get to spend time alone together and then build that little love, whatever thing, right? And then lastly, this is the outcome card, okay? And it's the Son of Swords. It's in reverse. It's slightly negative, but at the same time, I think it's more, I want to take it because you're coming out of like a negative energy into a really good energy. And so I just think that this card is more like a caution to you, even though it's an outcome, that watch out for people who because it's very fine line, okay? Son of Swords in reverse, it's about somebody who's really conceited. And so there's really fine line about somebody who appears confident versus somebody who is conceited, okay? You have too much confidence. Sometimes you just look like you're really egoistic and like a jerk or a bitch, right? So just watch out for people who appear too confident or overconfident and then and almost seem like conceited in some ways. But because I feel like this outcome card, if you notice, it's really interesting. Besides the what is crossing you, like this card is a person, is because it's those court cards. So I'm almost feeling like you might have like somebody who's slightly older than you, possibly a female, right? Because it's the Mother of Stones, who are very practical, gonna help you with getting this love of your life, okay? So this person might be the kind of person that's gonna set you up with somebody that's gonna, it's like, hey, I know this person that will be great for you. And it might be a mother, a female figure who is older than you, okay? That will set you up with somebody. So watch out for that. And this person will be very nurturing, very providing a lot of abundance, providing you with a lot of support. So I think look out for this person who will help you get this person, because it's a court card. And I just feel like you're going to get, this person is going to be somebody who's really good at thinking, because Son of Swords in this deck, the Sun is actually the Knight in the traditional deck. So it's a Knight of Swords. So somebody who's very, thinks really fast, very witty, very smart, very good with words. Just be careful that don't let their, sometimes people who are really good with words, they think they're really funny, but sometimes they're not. So that might be a little trait about this kind of person, is that this guy might be witty, but then sometimes they make jokes that are just not very funny to other people. It might be a little bit hurtful even, because they just think way too fast and their mouth moves way too fast than, like really thinking through what they're saying. But I feel like this is the kind of person that might be coming into your life. So if I actually said he, I meant he or she, because it's a general reading, so it could be a guy or a girl. So this is the kind of person that is going to come into your life, your next partner, possibly somebody who's very good with words, somebody who is witty, somebody's very fast thinking. What else? I think also, so which kind of makes sense, you know, like you work creatively on something, and so this person might be really good with ideas, right? So yeah, I think that's what I see right here, but a timeline is not present for pile number 1, people. And then here's your card. This is awesome. This is your let your friends help you. What did I say? Look for a female figure that's going to help you, and then you're finally coming out of this negative energy and seeing that other people are going to help you with things, providing you the emotional support, and also so that, you know, you can move on and let your friend help you. Ask for help. Maybe you were so in your emotion before that you don't ask for help. Now ask for help. Tell people what you're looking for, and they will hook you up. And this might be the possible guy that's going to be entering into your life, okay? Somebody who is pretty fair, very good with words. Look at this person. It holds a whip, okay? And like, you know, trying to be fair with like a skeleton with a diamond over here. So it came out in reverse, so something might be wrong. Not like you might feel something off. Maybe you might not be attracted to this person. You're gonna be thinking like, oh, that person is not my type. But give it a little bit of time, okay? Maybe through working together, you will get to know this person a little bit better, and this person might not be what he seems on the outside, okay? Give him a chance to prove himself, right? So and I feel like maybe because you need to give it time to get to know this person, and that's why a timeline is not present for pile number 1, okay? So let me know if this resonate with you or not. I mean, it's kind of into the future, well, with a little bit of past reading, but yeah. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, bye. Okay, so we will go with pile number 2. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle the cards. Number 2 people. If you actually have are in a pretty steady relationship, I would really recommend probably skip this reading this time. It's more for singles. If I have enough people request a reading for people who are in a relationship already, then I will do a separate video for that, because for this video, because we're trying to get a timeline and all that stuff, and it's an actual Celtic spread that I think it's going to be quite specific. So yeah, but you know, if you're just watching it for fun, then go ahead. All right, so This is the first card, the Empress in reverse. Second card is Ace of Wands. And this card is always read upside or upright. 1, 2, this is the third, Two of Wands in reverse. Five of Stones in reverse. 10 of Swords. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6, the Tower. Mother of Stone. Daughter of Stone. This is the 7th card. 8. 9 of Cups. And 3 of Swords. Aw, man. If this Wands card come into the 5th to the 9th position, then we have a timeline. Dang it. It's in the 2nd position, so we don't have a timeline for pile number 2 people as well. Yeah, we don't have a timeline present. So, like I was telling pile number 1 people, that even though there's no timeline present, don't be discouraged. It just means that maybe it's gonna happen super fast, that it's gonna happen maybe like tomorrow or within the next week or 2 weeks or something like that, that the spread is not fast enough to predict that, or to give you that. It's not worth it to give you that timeline. And this timeline is only up to a year, and so anything over a year is not gonna be able to give you that as well. Okay, so it's just that maybe the timing is not right, or maybe it's gonna happen super fast, or it's gonna happen a little bit after a year. So hence there's no timeline present at the moment. Okay, for pile number 2 people as well. Okay, let's start with the first card, the Empress being reversed. The Empress is, so the first card is about what you, the pile number 2 people, you the audience, bringing into this reading, right? And the Empress is about, if it's upright, it's about creativity, it's about intuition, it's about starting something new, right? But having it reversed, I think you, pile number 2, okay, so let's see. You have a lot of I think something is being blocked right now, because I'm looking at this overall spread and a lot of the good cards are being reversed. So I think you're having a lot of like blockage, internal blockage, that you're blocking things from happening, right? For example, this one, the Empress. I think you are a very creative person. You are very nurturing type of person, but you're, I don't know, something, maybe you've been hurt. And so you're trying to hide that, okay? And you're trying to, you don't want to be as generous as before, because you're afraid of getting hurt. Or also, because the Empress is about, pregnancy, new seed, new beginning, that type of thing. And so if you, the viewer that are watching, and you're a female, maybe you're the type of person that you don't want to have kids, right? Because this is a lovely reading. So I think you might have that mentality, or that thinking that I want to have a relationship, but maybe I don't want kids, okay? So I think you might have that type of energy as well. And also, just in general, for everybody, all the viewers, both male and female, that maybe you have a lot of good ideas, but you're scared to express it. You are holding back. You're not letting yourself express your creativity, your nurturing personality out. Okay, and whether you like it or not, because the number 2 card is about what is crossing the viewer, the seeker, which is you, the viewer, is that doesn't matter how you want to prevent that new beginning from happening, the new beginning is going to happen anyways. Ace of Wands. And yeah, it's about passion. Empress is about passion, but you're blocking it. You don't want to be passionate, but whether you like it or not, something is going to come into your life that will ignite that passion, and you're going to be like, no, but it's going to come in. It's going to come in full-fledged, and you're not even, whether you are ready or not, it's going to come, and you are going to be walking down this path that is going to ignite that passion, and you're going to be super scared, I think. So somebody is going to come into your life. Since this is a love reading, somebody is going to come into your life with full of passion, and you're going to be so scared. And I think you're going to be like, no. I don't know. It's weird. Like, you're watching this video, but I think you're like scared, but then you also wanted it to happen as well. Yeah, you know, sometimes humans are complicated. We want something, and then we don't want something, but then we do want something. So the third card is about the influence, a really strong influence from your distant past. And again, like what I was saying, that you know, I think something happened. Something happened in the past that made you not want to invest everything anymore. You're like hiding out. You don't want to be that nurture. You don't want to be that vulnerable, right? Two of Wands. This is being reversed. It's a good card usually, but it's reversed. I think you really is resisting that change. And this is from the past. So a past is, I would say, up to a year. So sometime between 6 months ago to up to a year ago, you've been hurt like super badly, I would say. And you are probably in like a depression, or like you just don't want to deal with anything, and you're like in your own shell. You don't want to deal with outside world. You lost all passion. You lost all motivation, and just you're so scared to interact with people, and you just I think something major happened, and you are just trying to heal yourself. This is about 6 to maybe a year ago, that you're in this deep depression and that you don't want to interact with anybody. Okay, and so in this one, the fourth card is about recent past, and recent past, I would say maybe about 3 to 6 months ago, that you're slowly coming out of this deep wound, deep hurt, deep depression. You're slowly coming out of it, because it's 5 of stones. Okay, and it's about material difficulty, but it's also about being left in the cold. If you know the Rider-Waite card, it's about these 2 beggars outside of a church or some sort of a house or whatever, and they're being left out in the cold, like 2 people, and it's being reversed. So you're coming out of it, and 5 is about change. Okay, so you're slowly realizing, you know, I can't be in this mood all forever. You need something needs to change. You need to see things on the brighter side. And if it's about material, maybe somebody like took all your money because you're so trustworthy, and not only he or she, kind of, I don't know, took all of the love that you have, all the passion inside of you. They also took your money. But you're slowly recovering from it, and you're slowly coming back out to trust people again, but it's happening very slowly. Okay, and I think you're still trying to recover, because look at this. This is the 5th card. It's about the current energy in effect right now, and it's 10 of Swords. you're still like, look at this. This is like, this person is lying down with like swords coming from the bottom and then the swords coming up above. But in the distance, there's that sun. So there is that hope, right? But you're slowly coming out of that depression, that fear of being hurt again, being lied to, being taken advantage of. You're slowly coming out of it because of this. You know, maybe 3 to 6 months ago, you're slowly coming out of it. But you're still very scared. And I don't know if you're, like, you tell yourself that you should get over it. But at the same time, mentally, you're still trying to get over it, right? Like, you're not quite there yet, because look at this. It's swords is about thinking, mental thoughts, right? And I think even maybe like your heart is saying that, you know, you need to do this, but your head is still like telling you, no. Reserve a little bit, hold back a little, don't do it, don't get yourself out there because you're gonna get hurt again. You know, that little devil right on your shoulder telling you like, don't do it, don't know. But you're almost at the end, because this is the 10 of swords. It's the 10. You're at the end of the cycle, right? So like I was saying, no matter how scared, how much you don't want to come out of this energy, you're going to be forced into it. The Ace of Wands. Somebody is going to come into your life and just wipe you off your feet. And even though you're not ready, you're just going to be like, holy shit, whoa, right? What did I just got myself into? And then the sixth card is the near future, is the Tower. Again, it, like I was saying, something is going to just come in abruptly into your life and start a new beginning, and whether you like it or not. And Tower, even though it's not upright, it's reversed, it's still about destruction. It's still about old things falling away, building up new things, right? And the Tower, and having like that shaky foundation, and you're going to have to build stronger foundation. It's reversed, so it's not going to be as big of a shakeup, but it's going to change. Something is changing, okay, whether you like it or not. And I think you're going to have this new person coming into your life. But, you know, as I was saying, we don't have a timeline present right now in this reading, in this spread. So it is, even though I'm saying super fast, very fast, it's going to be it might take about a year from now for this thing to slowly evolve. Okay, so within maybe like a year or so, you're going to have this person coming into your life, and you're going to feel like, oh my God, I'm being swept off my feet, like super fast. But it's probably maybe a few months going to pass before this person come in, right? And so but whether you like it or not, the energy is going to come in and is going to make you change, okay? And this person is going to make you open up, right? That's a good thing. And you're going to slowly open up to this person, warming up to this person, because this person is going to bring lots of passion, and they're going to like opening you up, back up again, and let you trust maybe people again, okay? But maybe I think this time you're going to be a lot more careful, right? And the 7th card is about your attitude, okay? So again, this is the Mother of Stones, which is the Pentacle, Mother of Pentacle. Upright, if you look at this card, is this person in a meditation mode, and then with like money falling on her head, and you know she's being protected. But this is reversed, so you're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, and abundance is gonna come anyways, but I feel like you're gonna be a lot more cautious. Like Pentacle is already very slow moving, and you're gonna be even slower moving. You're gonna be observing. Look at this person, like sitting there observing, right? Perception. So you're gonna be probably observing this person quite a lot, and this person moves super fast. It's a wand energy, but this is stone energy, so they're gonna use all their passion to kind of make you get back up again, okay? But it's gonna take a while, and this is your attitude. You want to observe, you want to sit still, you want to be super careful, like you don't want to open up too quickly, too soon, right? So that, I feel like that is your attitude, even though you're watching this video and thinking, gosh, when am I gonna have this next person come into my life? But like, you think you're ready, but you're not ready. You want it to happen, but at the same time, you don't want it to happen, okay? You're in this very contradicting mode right now. I just feel, right? And then the next card is the outside influences affecting you. So I just think it's really interesting, because look at this, the near future, this is the outside influences, and then this is what's crossing you. So all of these like future things that is like beyond your own control, like the viewer, you, beyond your control, is all about presenting possibility, opportunities to change, for a new change. And this is about that as well. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be like super fast change, but it's going to be a change as well, because the Daughter of Stone is the Page of Pentacles, and Page is all about new beginnings, right? And Stone is Pentacles is a slower moving one. So, and it's they are very, because it's the earth signs, right? Pentacles are the earth signs, so they are a lot more cautious, they're a lot more practical, so they will observe everything, make sure everything is good, foundation is good, before they will make that step, okay? But new possibilities are coming your way. New people are going to enter into your life, whether you like it or not. Look at all these look at all these eggs on the water, like floating, right? And you're standing up like on a globe, okay? So, but you're protected. Look at this, you are protected by these like little grass, so you are a little bit more guarded, I would say. But these things, all these opportunities, all these new things are gonna come rolling in, no matter how you want to push them out. And it's like this, the foundation, like the tower falling apart, whether you like it or not. New things, new opportunity, new change. Ace of Wands, new change, new opportunity. And even this, Five of Stones, like this is you realizing that you need to change, okay? Something needs to change. This is about 3 to 6 months ago, like change is already happening. So the ninth card is about your fear and your hope. And since this is a Nine of Cup in reverse, and usually Nine of Cup in upright is about like satisfaction, fortune in this case. It's reversed, so it's more like your fear. You're scared. Like we were saying, you're very scared. You are scared of being hurt again. And and I think if you're scared that if you're being hurt again, you can't even recover anymore. You're gonna be so damaged. You're so scared. And if somebody this great that's coming into your life, this person is gonna be so good to be true, coming into your life, you're gonna be even more scared. You're gonna think like, holy cow, like how can this person that great come into my life? Is this like gonna disappear really fast? Is it not gonna last? I think you're very scared that the good fortune is not gonna last like that. Like when you're feeling super happy, you're gonna have that little like weird feeling of like, oh, am I being too happy? Something is gonna end this, right? And I feel like that is that energy. And so like you're just holding back a little, okay? And it's the 10th card is about the outcome, and it's the Three of Swords. It's about mourning, but it's reversed, right? So you are coming out of this depression. You know that you need to change, and like and in the traditional Rider-Waite is a heart with 3 swords stabbed into the heart. So as I was saying, you were hurt really badly before, but you're coming out of it. It's the 3 of Swords. You're coming out of it. But at the same time, like, you know, this person is going to slowly heal you from this past hurt, but you're still very, very scared. And so I feel like because of this general energy, that's why there's no timeline present. So it might even take a year or maybe even longer for you. But I just want to tell you that don't give up hope. And I know you are realizing that you need to heal yourself. You need to try to believe again, believe in other people, believe the good of other people, you know, and which is yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, I just noticed like you don't have like help from outside. This is all about you, like working from inside out, right? Lots of like swords energy, changing energy. So yeah, but you know, as we were saying, whether you like it or not, change is always going to come, and you will have new person coming into your life helping you, like a new love, right? Because it's a love reading. New love coming into your life is going to reignite that passion inside of you that you thought you lost, right? And perhaps maybe there was like maybe you have a kid that you lost, and that could be really devastating, right? And you just can't, and then that kind of ended that relationship with the previous person. You know, sometimes, who knows, some people like they end relationships because they can't see that person again, because they'll remind him or her of this bad thing, and they just can't be with that person anymore. Or like a loss of a child or whatever, right? And you just can't deal with that anymore, like, and so but you're coming out of it slowly, and you will have somebody who will reignite that passion inside of you again. So love yourself first. Yeah, I think you are, again, we were saying, you are working on yourself right now because of this deep depression. You need to come out of it. Past hurt, something that you need to work on, right? But yeah, new change is coming. There's something good is gonna happen, right? New possibility, new doors opening up. But don't let your fear get in the way, okay? Because sometimes we need to just take a little risk, right? But yeah. So that is what I see for this spread. For pile number 2, people, when will your soulmate come? Well, he's going to show up no matter what. And I think it's interesting because I think you have that really contradicting energy inside of you right now. You're like, I want something to happen, but at the same time, I'm like super scared. So I don't want to. And so like sometimes maybe I even think like for pile number 2 people, you self-sabotage things. People who come into your life, you would do things so that it will prevent them from prevent the relationship from furthering. And I think you need to realize that, so for the relationship to prosper, okay? And there will be a new person coming in, but we just don't have that exact timeline until you get over that fear of yours and you open up, okay? So that's what I see. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, bye. Okay, so last but not least, pile number 3. wash my deck. As I was telling the other two piles, this is more for singles. If you want to, sorry, I just choked on my own select. If you want to, if you are in a relationship and you want to know when will your relationship go on to the next level, I will do a separate reading for that. This is more for single people who want to get into a relationship and what they need to do and that kind of thing, and if there's going to be a timeline present in this reading, okay, and the type, maybe possibly the type of person that will come in, okay. So all right. So for pile number 3, all right. Father of Stone in reverse, 10 of Stone in reverse, but the second card is always red upright. 3 of Swords, 7 of Stones, Ace of Swords, 6 of Stones upright, 7 of Cups, the multi-universe, Father of Cups, and the Daughter of Swords. This is so interesting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was like, originally I was like, oh no, we don't have a timeline present for the third pile as well, but then I just counted the card because it's from position 5 to 9. If there is an ace present, then we have a timeline, and guess what? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a, oh my gosh. Okay. We have a timeline present for pile number 3 people. So I'm going to have to pause the video for a little bit to calculate the timing and everything, because look at this. There is a little time clock over here. Oh no, time clock time clock over here, and the calculation's a little bit complicated. I have to do a lot of math and all that stuff, so I'm gonna have to pause the video to do the timeline later, but I will do the reading first, and then I will pause the video to give you the timeline, okay? But I just wanted to let you know that I did not cheat to, like, you know, to pick out the aces or not take out the aces. You guys saw me shuffle and pick out the cards, right? So we have a timeline present for pile number 3, people. Yay! Okay, so something is gonna happen definitely within the next a year. I just don't know exactly when yet, but I will do the calculation and I will let you know. So first of all, the first card, we have the Father of Stones, but it's reversed. I just have to point out that you got a whole bunch of, like, look at this. This is like a lot of court cards, 3 court cards. That's crazy. And then you get a major arcana card in the future. That's great. Okay, anyways. So Father of Stone is the guardian. So Pentacle. Father of Pentacle is usually Father of Pentacle is a person who is very, very well. The first card is about what you, the seeker, the viewer, pile number 3 people, are bringing into the spread, or your energy, all right, into this reading. So I think most of you are, well, first of all, Father of Pentacle is about, or stones, because it's stones, but in the traditional deck it's pentacles, is a slower moving court card, stone in general or pentacles in general. But Father of Stone is a very mature, very I would say probably the most mature out of all of the other kings in the court cards. However, it's reversed, right? So I feel like you are a little bit faster moving than like it being upright. And also it is, you know, the book says that when it's reversed, this, so you, the viewer, since this is what you are bringing to this reading, is that you are a goal-getter. Okay, so because the Father, if it's upright, I would say they probably weigh all of their options. They're very slow moving. They need to make sure that all of the decision that they make is the right decision before they actually make the decision. But I think like you already know what you wanted to do, and you will go and get it no matter what. And I don't know if I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, right? Because sometimes you do things at whatever cost. I don't know. That might be a bad thing, right? But I think if this is a love reading, so once I think you identify the person that you want to go for, you will go and get it until you succeed, okay? And you will not give up. You're not the type of person that will give up super easily. There are some people that would just give up because it's hard, because the person reject them, because blah, blah, blah. And you're not that type of person. Once you decided that this person is worth going after, you will go after him or her, okay, until you get what you want, right? And look at this, you got 10 of stones, richness, and 10 is the last stage, and this is, we got it in reverse, but when it's being crossed, the second card is what is crossing the seeker, which is you, the viewer, pile number 3 people, that the path that you're taking and that kind of thing. And so once you identify your target, I would say that you will just go and get it. And like I was saying, you will not give up until you succeed. And 10 of stone is about reaching that last stage. And if you're familiar with the traditional Rider-Waite card, is with like, it's like a family, like a happy family with dogs and like children, husband and wife and all that stuff. So you are going to get to that final stage. So once you know, like once you identify the person that you want to get and you are in love with, or you know that this person is worth your time to pursue, you will just do it. And what is the last stage of being in love with somebody? Marriage, right? And you will go and get it until you reach this. And so, yeah. And the third card is about distant past. And I would say for distant past is about 1 year, 6 months to about 1 year ago. Okay, so sorry, my dogs are fighting. So it's about 6 months to about a year ago. So I would say like maybe 6 months to a year ago, you were hurt. You were probably in a relationship that you were heartbroken, right? If that is not the case, you might have had some health issue with your heart, perhaps, in the last 6 to a year ago. And you know when, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to, Oliver! Sorry. Okay, so, and I think like, you know, if you were not in a relationship that had your heart broken like pretty badly 6 to a year ago, you had some health issue possibly with your heart. And I think, you know, when people are really sick, you have like sudden realization of how fragile life is, and things, you know, sometimes your perspective changes. And I feel if it's not a heartbroken scenario, if it's a health issue scenario, you might have like see things differently. And maybe that's why now you are like, if I want something, I'm just gonna go and get it because life is just too short, right? And if you are the type of person if you are the group of people that got your heart broken, you know, in the last 6 to a year ago, even though you got your heart broken, you are not the type of person that would just give up. You know, some people are like, once they get hurt, they just hide. They just like, I would never love again. I'm not gonna like pour all my heart out. I'm gonna be more reserved, conservative, or whatever. But you're not that type of person. You, every time you see somebody that you love, you want to get, you would just go for it. You would go all out, and so that you have no regret, right? So, you know, because you just go for it. And I think the super admirable. And 7 of Stones, failure. And this is recent past. And so it's, I would say for recent past, it goes from about 3 to 6 months ago. So if it was a relationship that you were in, obviously, so you had your heart broken and you felt like a failure, but then 3 to 6 months ago, you're starting to come out of it. Okay, you're starting to see, like, you know, you're starting slowly recovering, and you're like, I'm ready to love again, right? But if it's a health issue that you were in, you know, something with your heart and that kind of thing, and I think 3 to 6 months ago, you're starting to recover from that, and you're ready to, you know, become active and go out and start socializing and all that things, all that kind of things. And I think, you know, as I was saying, when you are faced with like a life and death thing, I don't think it's that serious that you almost died with that heart problem, health issue, but it does make you see things differently. And so even if it's something that, you know, if things maybe in the last 3 to 6 months you try to pursue someone and it failed and you just couldn't get the person that you wanted, and you're like, that's okay, I'm gonna get another person, I'm just gonna go for it, and you know, you're not giving up. because life is too short. Just sit and like, you know, sulk in your own like failure, that type of thing, and you're not that type of person. So you're 3 to 6 months ago, you're like going out and like socializing and doing your thing, and in which we are moving into the 5th card, and it's about the general energy and effect at play. And Ace of Swords. Swords is all about mental and thoughts and thinking and that kind of thing. And Ace of Thoughts, you're getting like clear views of everything. And look at this, it's like the rainbow color. And if the chakras is also like the rainbow color, the 7 chakras, right? And then look at this, is like a sword with a crown. So you just start to see things a lot more clear. And maybe the relationship that you ended like 6 to a year ago also helped you see things differently as well, like that health issue with with the heart. Like you just see things differently and see things more clearly, and you see what you want in life a little bit more clearly as well. Or at least you're in the process of figuring that out, right? The reason I'm saying process of figuring that out is because of this card in the 7th position. But we'll get to that because we're moving, right? This is the 7th card. Let's go to the 6th card before I go to the 7th card. But just to put that out there, that if you don't see things clearly just yet, but you are in the process of working on that, right? And you're starting to see things more and more clearly and opening up more and more, like not afraid to take risks more and more. And 6 of Stones, this is the near future, that success. Look at this. So love reading. Because you don't give up, you're the last man standing, last woman standing, whatever. You're gonna have that success that you wanted, you hoped for, right? All of that hard work is gonna pay off. And see, like that bright side right here, it's just all the green things, everything in pairs is just like awesome, right? I can't say anything more about this. It's like near future, you're gonna have success, right? So, and then the 7th card is about your attitude, the Seeker. And this is the card that I was talking about, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite is having a lot of choices, having too many choices. You don't know which one you want to pick. And also it's about daydreaming, right? And so I think that because this is your current energy and this is your attitude, right? It kind of goes together, that you might have a little bit of choices right now. Maybe after the recovering from this, maybe you don't put your egg in one basket anymore. You actually are dating a few different people at the same time just to see who is your best pick. And then once you make that decision, you would just go for it, right? But just be careful of that, right? Also, when you are having too many choices, you get confused, shopping around, right? Just watch out a little bit for that, because this is about illusion of success, which is kind of interesting about here. The near future is success. So sometimes maybe you feel like you had success with this one person and it might be illusion of success. So just be a little careful if you are too if you have too many options, and if the other person knew that they're not the only one, even though they might be your favorite one, if they find out that they're not the only one, something could fall through, right? And so just, you want to make your decision pretty quickly, more precisely, right? With like a sword, just like, right? Or it's also about daydreaming. So maybe you're dreaming of something and you making that daydream, which could be having a family together, because it's a love reading, that you're going to just go for it, right? So find out what you really, really want, and don't stay in this attitude or stage for too long, because it might affect you a little bit. Like, when you might get lost because of having so much options and choices and that kind of thing. And so the 8th card is this one, the multi-universe. And for this deck, this is an extra card. This is like the 22nd card after the world, which is the universe card. In this deck is called the universe. In other usual deck is called the world. And this is the beyond the world. It's multi-universe. And so look at all these globes and earth or whatever. It's about being not bounded, right? Unrestricted. It's also about having a lot of options, just like this card. But the 8th card is about the energy affecting you, the viewer, pile number 3 people. So not only like emotionally you feel a little, just slightly confused, maybe a little bit of what you want sometimes, or just kind of contradicting with this, but again, like I was saying, once you decide what you want, you will go for it. But you're out, or it's crazy, right? That because I think you're the type of person that's a goal-getter, and I think if a goal-getter in my mind is very confident, and I think a confident person is very charismatic to people. Okay, and so the outside energy that is affecting you, the viewer, is that maybe you're not confused about things, but there are all these, like, you always know what you wanted. You always know what you wanted, right? You're clear what you want. But the outside influence, because you're so charismatic, you are so confident, and just like, I don't know, just something about you, your energy, right, is just so awesome, so great, that you attract other people to you. And then so all of a sudden you might have, like, it's not by choice that you're dating all these people, but all these people are being attracted to you, and all of a sudden you have all these options, all these possibilities, all of these, coming to you, and you have to make a choice. So it's not by choice, but like, if you're a guy, you have women throwing themselves at you. It's just like, pick me. And if you're a girl, you all of a sudden, because of your energy, and you just have all these guys coming to you and like, hey babe, choose me, I'm the greatest, right? And if you're if you're a girl into a girl, a guy into a guy, so same thing. You just all of a sudden have all these like options, all of these people coming to you and wanting to be with you, and now you have to make a choice. But whatever choice with this card, whatever choice that you make, just believe that you've made the right choice. Okay? Psychology, there's a thing about having too many choices, then you become like, you think none of the choices are good enough. There's something better that will come along. But just don't fall into the trap of thinking that. Once you make that decision, know that you intuitively knew that was the best choice for you, and just go after it. Follow through, okay? The 9th card is about your hope and fear. And this is the Father of Cups, is about fatherhood. So father, which is the kings in the regular decks, that is the most mature. So like the Father of Cups is about emotion, having that emotional security, but it's reversed. So I think your hope and fear is that you might be scared of losing that emotional cool. Okay? And and it is also, for this deck, this card is also about taking risks. Right, look at this person is like ready to jump into this water, right? And perhaps you're scared sometimes to, and I feel like maybe it follows this, that you're scared that you make the wrong choice. You're scared that you took the wrong risk. And you might have to suffer for that. But I think, again, know that you have a clarity of thoughts. You know intuitively what you want, and you just know it, and follow through with it. And just once you've made that decision, just know that you're on the right path. Just don't be scared, right? Don't be scared to take risks. Don't be scared to be emotional sometimes, to show your emotions, because all of your, it's so interesting. Oh my God, I just realized this is so interesting. Okay, besides of the Seven of Cups over here, this is the only other cup card. I think you are the type of person that is a little bit scared to show your emotions. You will always want to be in control. You want to seem very, you want other people to look at you as like a very composed person, and mature, grounded person. And so I think you don't want people to see like you have all these insecurities and emotions boiling inside of you, but don't be scared to show that, right? Or show a little bit of vulnerability, and I think that makes you even that much more attractive, right? You're very well composed, very grounded, very good with thinking thoughts, and then you show a little bit of emotion, and I think you are like the perfect catch for anybody, right? And then lastly, the outcome. This is the Daughter of Swords, confidence, but it's reversed. So like I was saying, your fear is that you don't look confident enough. You're scared show that when you show emotions that you don't look good, but it's not true. Having a little bit of like that weakness bound people together, right? And so I think it's good to show a little bit of that. And also, this is the outcome card, and then this is the love reading. And I just want to mention that because pile number 2 didn't have a court card in that outcome, the 10th position. Pile number 1 did. And so I just want to mention that because it's a love reading, I think this might be the person that is going to be entering into your life, or you might be attracted to. So you might be attracted to somebody. This is great. You're the Ace of Swords. You're very clear with things. You're very good with thoughts, thinking, very witty. This person is too. Daughter of Swords. In the traditional deck, this would be a Page of Swords. So somebody who is a little like a young person. And so I think for pile number 3 people, your person that is going to come into your life might be a little bit younger than you. Even though it's a daughter, it's going, whoever you're attracted to, whether it's a man or female, female or male, guy or girl, it's because it's a general reading, so it will just say this, it's just somebody, a guy or girl that is going to be younger than you. Okay, that might be entering into your life, and somebody who seems pretty confident. But then because it's reversed, so this person, they know that they should be confident, but at times I think they have a little bit of insecurity about it, like a little bit self-conscious a lot of times. And it's something that they need to work on, that confidence. But you being a super confident person, sometimes we we attract people who don't have that quality because that person want to have that quality that we possess. Does that make sense? So this person might not be that super confident, and your confidence attracts them. And so I think that could be that. This is a younger person who is pretty good with their words, very fast thinking, very curious about things. And let's see, it's like a person, there's like a little kid over here, and then there's this flower over here, you see. And so like this person is pretty well balanced. They have like an inner child, and then they're that romantic side to them, and then they're probably pretty artistic. Look at all these violins like that is holding the stage up. So I think this is the kind of person that you're going to be attracted to, but also you're attracting this person to you. Okay, somebody who's younger, who's very good with words, who's witty. They might not seem super confident, but you know, you're gonna bring out that confidence in them, or you're gonna make them feel more confident when they're with you. All right, and I will work on that timeline. So I'm gonna pause the video in a bit, but I want to show you this final card that we drew for pile number 3, and it's wedding! Yay! I mean, it totally makes sense, right? Totally makes sense, because like I was saying, Father of Stones, you're the go-getter. Once you make that decision, you will not give up. You will just get that person, and then you get this 10 of Stones. You're on that path of making the relationship work and going all the way to the end, which is having a family, which is a wedding, having two people reunite together. And Ace of Swords, you're gonna have somebody new coming into your life who is this person. And I think you like this kind of person, because this is about your general energy, right? So you are also very good with words. You see things clearly. You're a thinker, right? You're very good. So you're gonna have like a pretty good banter, I feel, that chemistry, because you're very similar in some ways. Okay, which is interesting also, because over here, see, you have like a little bit of insecurity about showing emotions and that kind of thing, and so that might come off as like not confident, which this person will understand, right? And so I think you guys are gonna bond with your weaknesses and your strength, which is great, right? So I will work on this, the timeline. And I'm going to pause the video so that you don't have to wait for me to calculate that thing. And I'm going to come back to it. Okay, so guys, I was going to do the calculation for you for the timeline. However, I want to make this reading a timeless reading so that whenever you come across this video, you can get a timeline if you chose pile number 3. And so I can't really do the calculation for you to tell you exactly, because it's going to be different for every single viewer. This is the reason why. I'm going to read this, so then you now take a pen and a paper and write it down, the steps of calculating a timeline that is specifically for you. Okay, so even though this is a general reading, but the timeline is going to be very specific to you. So grab a pen and a paper, and this is what you're going to do. Also, because right now it's 2019. What if I have viewers that I hope I'm going to get viewers from 2020, 2021, whatever. So it's us using the current year that they're in, that you are in, you the viewer are in, and then you the viewer's birth month and birthday. Okay, so write down your birth month and your birthday. That's the first step. And then write down the current year. So I'm going to give you an example, okay? So just so that you can work through it. So right now it's 2019, okay? So you have to plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9. you add them all up, that's 12. You have to deduce it to a single digit. 12 is 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, so now you get 3 for your year. And then now, if you are born, say for example, August 11th, okay? So August is 8, that's already a single digit. If you're born December, then it's 1 plus 2, that's 3, okay? But if you're up until like September, then it's all single digit, and then October becomes 1, November is 2, December is 3, okay? And then if you're born on the 11th, for example, then 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, now add all those, the year number, the month number, and your birth date number. So in this case, it's 3 plus 8 plus 2, and that's 13. And then now you have to also deduce this into a single digit. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, so now you work on your own time, your own number right now, and so whatever it is, you're gonna get a number. So now put that aside. And then now go and grab a calendar. Why? Because, okay, now I'm going to give you the timeline that's present on this Ace of Swords card. And it is September, October, and November, because these 3 numbers are in red. Okay? And that's September, October, and November. Okay? Go and grab your calendar. And since we're in 2019, here's September, October, and November. Okay? Get your calendar out and put it aside. And then we have to look at the number for this outcome card in our spread. And this card is the Daughter of Swords, which is, for this one, because it's a court card. So court card for the daughter is a number 12, okay? So it's number 12. So now grab the calendar, September, October, November. 12. So now you have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 2 days here and 2 days there. So that's the 5th week. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's the 12th week, which is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So we have to now make these double digits into a single digit, which is 8, 9, and then 1 plus 9 is 10, so that goes to 1. So 8, 9, and then 19 would be 1, 20 is 2, 21 is 3, 22 is 4, 25 is 5, okay? So that's the week, and then we reduce it to the single digit. Okay, and then from our previous step, okay, where we added our current year with our birth month and our birthday, which for my example, we got the number, I think it was 3 plus 8 plus 2, 13 is 4, right? It's 4. So then from our calendar, remember we got, this is 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for November 22nd is our date, okay? November 22nd is our date. So I guess up until this point, we're gonna get that. So September, October, November is a thing, but then the week on which day is going to be different for each of my viewers, the audience. Okay, you're gonna get a different date based on the year and your birthday, birth month. So in this example, it's gonna be November 22nd, and then now we could actually calculate a time as well. So for the time. To determine the hour. So for our thing, take the month in which the chosen week falls. So it falls on a November, right? And then starting with the next number on the clock, count the number of the outcome card. So our outcome card is 12. So then I have to calculate So it's start with a number, next number. So it's 12, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to fall on an 11. Okay, it's going to fall on 11. And then, so it's going to be 11. The time is 11. And then whether it's AM or PM will be... Okay. So it's 11. And because our outcome card is 12, which is the even number. So if it's even number, then it's PM. So it's going to be 11 PM. Okay? So for my example, if you're born on August 11th and this year 2019, you're going to have your time as November 22nd, 11 PM. That's the timeline. That's the time. Okay? The timeline present for this spread. And so everybody's going to get a different date because your birth month and date. But yeah, I see the thing is like for me, the time I got something, I had done like this spread for myself before, even though it gave me a precise, like this is pretty precise time, like exact date, right? November 22nd. But I would say there is a little bit of error, okay? Give it, the percentage of error, I would say give it about a month, okay? A month or two is the error, okay? So, because when I did my thing, this is a separate, it was like a career read for myself. And the timeline that they gave me was like somewhere in December, but it didn't happen until end of January for me. So that was almost like about a month difference. So even though whatever, it's going to be somewhere in November, but it might happen just slightly earlier, maybe in October, who knows for you, the viewer, but it might happen a little bit like a month or two after that day that you calculated. Okay, so but it's going to be around that vicinity. Okay, so don't get too excited but don't get too disappointed if it didn't happen on that day that you calculated. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I think this is a fun thing, just like a little reference, something to look forward to. Okay, but I'm super excited for pile number 3 people, and let me know if it really happened. Come back and like leave me a comment. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I think I will do this reading again because it's a lot of fun, right? So I will see you in the next reading. Bye.